It's been 2 weeks since the incident, and my stepdad had been trying his best to apologize to me. He had bought several gifts, asking me to forgive him, claiming it was the devil's work, but I had turned them down. I laid on my bed trying to solve the arithmetics I was given at school. Mum had traveled again for one of her numerous business meetings. The door creaked open and my worst fear walked in. "Hi Ife," he said, grinning. "Dad, what are you doing here?" I asked, concentrating on my books. He stretched a shopping bag towards me. "I went shopping for you," he added. "I never asked you to," I replied coldly. "What's all this?" he asked, his smiling face abruptly changing into a frown. "What's all what?" I replied. "Look, I miss you. You're so sweet," he purred, running his hands over my bare arms. "Get your hands off me," I yelled, brushing his hands off me. "You want to say you didn't enjoy it," he said, touching my breasts. "Stop it," I screamed, standing up abruptly from the bed. "This time I will be gentle. I promise not to hurt you. You're a sweet little girl," he said, walking towards me. His eyes filled with lust. "Somebody help!" I screamed at the top of my voice as he pushed me roughly on the bed. "Help!" I screamed, fighting him, but it was a futile effort. A rapist has the power of 10 men put together. I resigned to fate as he plunged into me. I just laid stiff, staring at the ceiling with tears rolling down my face as he did his thing. "Mum, I have to tell you something," I said, limping into the kitchen. "Go and study," she replied, stirring the soup on the gas cooker. "Mum, hear me out. Dad raped me," I screamed. "Really?" she replied nonchalantly. "Mum, aren't you even concerned that someone took advantage of your daughter?" I replied, tears beginning to form in my eyes. "Why would I be concerned when I know you're lying?" Mum replied, not even turning her face. "Mum, why would I lie about this?" I screamed. "Ifioma, look at me. I'm beautiful, hot, sexy, well-proportioned, a figure-8 goddess," Mum said, turning around. "Now tell me, what would my husband be doing with a slim, lanky thing like you?" she added, staring at me with disgust. "Mum, why do you hate me this way?" I asked, crying. "Ifioma, go away," she simply replied, waving her hands at me. "Fine. But Mum, trust me, you'll regret treating me this way," I replied, running out of the kitchen in tears. I came back from school hungry, as well as tired. I alighted from the car, swung my backpack over my back, before walking into the house. As I walked into the sitting room, I noticed Mum, my stepdad, and a man I couldn't recognize sitting on the couch. "Good afternoon," I mumbled a greeting, heading for the stairs. "Ifioma, come back here," I heard Mum say. "Mum, here I am," I replied, standing in front of her. "Good. Do you see this man here?" she said, pointing at the man, who sat opposite her. "Yes, Mum," I replied. "I am not blind, for crying out loud." Good, I'm glad you can see him. He is going to be your husband. Mum said, throwing me off balance. What? I exclaimed, not sure I heard her well. You heard me right, she replied, while my stepdad grinned devilishly. This can't be, I screamed, staring at the man, who seemed to be in his early 40s.